The algorithm is your personal energy. Let me say it again. The algorithm is your personal energy. Okay. The algorithm is not the program, contrary to popular belief. What I mean by that is we all know as the algorithm in a certain space, such as social media, right? As a program, something that is computed, calculated, and meant to catch things that fit that formula or that calculation, correct? Do we ever stop to think about how we attract anything in our lives? The law of attraction, the law of assumption, the law of polarity, all those different types of universal laws I randomly bring up in my readings and messages, all talk about your personal energy. Okay, so like attracts like. If you post something, I'm just using social media as the algorithm example because that's where we use the word algorithm all the time. But if you post something that you don't like, how do you expect someone else to come through and like it? And you might be like, well, of course I post pictures that I like. Of course I post things that I like. Why would I post them if I didn't like them? Yes, but there's always some type of subconscious energy behind the reason why people might post. Okay, some people post for validation. That's not coming from an energy of you liking yourself. You're looking for others to like you so then you can then turn around and accept who you are and like yourself, right? Some people post just to get money. Okay, you're not necessarily liking everything you post, but you will like the money that comes from that. So you just keep doing it, right? Or try to do it to get money. Some people post to show off, not for validation. They just do it to be like, my life is better than yours. And in that way, their ego is being fed with being above people. So it's like they won't like themselves if they're at the same level as these people. They won't like themselves just being as a whole being, just being a person, just being a human. That's not enough for them. They have to one up people. So when you think about that and you think about the result of these people hitting the algorithm or something, some people, they get a lot of notoriety from it. Some people are really seen through the algorithm, but that's because they're attracting like energies. If you go look at their comment sections or anything, they're attracting people that are like them. So it's not to say that if you are in a negative mind space, you won't attract a lot of people to watch you. You'll just attract a lot of negative people to watch you, and the same to be said about positive thinking and mindsets. So when you start thinking about the algorithm of your life, right? And you start looking around and you're just like, why am I attracting this and attracting that and attracting this? It's because of the certain algorithm you're on, the certain alignment that you are in. And the algorithm is only giving you what you give it. Okay, that's one thing we forget about the algorithm. People love to jump on social media and say, the algorithm is against me and it's banning me. Now, there is truth to that, especially when it comes to society and societal norms, right? Yes, that is true. But you also forget the flip side of things, because everything has more than one perspective or side. That when you get on social media and you're scrolling through your feed, it's all of things that you like, things that you have cultivated or attracted into your life so that you can constantly see that on your feed. Same thing with life. Okay, you are constantly looking at things and observing. Do I like this? Do I not? Do I want more of this in my life? Yay, nay, keep it going, right? You're taking all these little things and you're creating your own program, your own algorithm, right? Your algorithm is not the program that you've been programmed with. Okay, we've all been programmed from a very young age. Since the womb, we've been programmed. And we all know that spirituality, at least most of us know that spirituality is that way to decode the program and find your own personal alignment. So that is exactly how I want you to think of the algorithm. The algorithm is your energy. It is what you want. Okay. So this goes far beyond posting on social media, far beyond. It goes to what your everyday life looks like. Your everyday life looks like what you attract, what you focus on, what it is that you want more of in your life. That's what your daily life reflects. Okay. So that could be a harsh truth, or it can be like a beautiful, I'm right in my path. Right. So the next time you blame anyone outside of yourself for what's happening in your life, you need to stop and think, what did I pull into my algorithm? What have I been telling my algorithm that I want to see more of? What have I been complaining about the algorithm showing me or not showing me that I could change so that I can be seen in a different light? You know, that's a hard question to think about, because you even have to think about that showing up in your family relationships, your friend relationships, like not showing up on social media. If you feel like your friends and family in your real life are like not receiving you well, what about that algorithm that you're portraying to them is not clicking with their algorithm? And what's in their algorithm that is clashing with yours, you know? So take a deep dive and think about how your algorithm can be disrupting someone else's, helping someone else's, disrupting yourself, or helping yourself, okay? Because it's really all about what you're doing. It has nothing to do with anyone else. It really doesn't. And a lot of us hate to take that accountability, but it's just the truth. It's just the truth. You have all the control in your life. Nobody's ever going to take that away from you. The only person who will take that away from you is you. All right. So you tap into that personal algorithm. That's your energy. Start meditating, start sitting with yourself, start just listening to jazz music, listening to nothing. Do that. Be nothing. And then you will actually be able to pinpoint what your algorithm is and change it, program it to what you want it to be. And your life will change just like that. Okay. All right, y'all. I love you. If you want to be more in tune with your intuition and be more aligned with your mind, body, and soul, check out this reading that I put here on the screen. And I have even more readings on my website, so just go check those out down below in the description box. And if you want to see me anywhere else, I'm on TikTok and Threads. Bye, y'all.